Welcome back to Mr. Racing with me, Shaggy Scooby 66, and we return to the Porka Cup, brought to you by the Wrecking Tyres Racing community. This is round 7. We're at Catalunia in Spain, and 20 minutes of racing action. So, grid lineup in reverse championship order. So Gus is going to start us off. Now let's go to that one. In pole with Skippy second, Wrecking Ball in third, Campo fourth, Fuds is 5, Welly Bob in 6, OB 7th, Steve Scooby's 8th, Staff is 9th, Tyre Slayer's 10th, Scott's 11th, and leader of the championship Oggy starts in 12th. Few people missing this week because of life. Right, let's get this first race underway. So Gus is going to lead us off on this rolling start, and he'll be the first one to hit Elf, or should be. And off we go. So everyone is rolling. Board, this might be a good place to go. As we brake for Elf. Body through Elf, lovely. Now through into Seat. Oh, Steve Scooby just missed the back of Obi there. Trying to cover back and front here. Then into Repsol. Oh, Fuds just goes wide. Puts a tyre on the grass, comes back on, misses everybody. But was that from... Fuds was in 5th place when he lost that. I think this is just him. We'll just check. Yeah, just Fuds, just a bit late on the brake or too early on the accelerator there. Now into Seat. And down into Wurt. Right, so we'll go trackside now. So Gus is leading the way from Skippy, and Wrecking Ball's in third. Now, as I seem to remember from past instances of Catalunia, it is a very high degradation track, so maybe not in this first race, but in the second race when the tyre wear goes up, is there going to be pit stops? They're just moving through the field. Scott's already got himself up into, looks like 6th place as they come into the chicane. Yes, we've got the chicane in. Oh, now Steve Scooby. Why Steve Scooby slowed down? Let's just have a look at Steve Scooby here. Steve Scooby tag someone. So Sander. Yeah. Oh, he does. He touches Obi and then gets a kick up the arse from Hoggy. Just go back and watch this from Obi's point of view. Obi just surrounded by cars here. Yeah, it was a touch, he wasn't already spinning. So Steve Scooby does the right thing, waits for Obi. Skippy though has got round. Did Skippy get round? Side by side. Again into this last section, which has got the chicane in it. Slight touch there. No harm, no foul. Gus just gets himself out on the green AstroTurf or paint. I think it's paint. Oh, and it gets himself a 1 second penalty. So Got to be careful with the track limits here. But as we cross the line, it's Skippy then goes. Wrecking Ball's in third with Campo, Willie Bob, Scott. Hoggy's in 7th with Tyre Slayer, Fuds and Staffy. Then there's a gap to Steve Scooby and OB. Now Steve Scooby waited for OB. Now it wasn't something else. Oh, let's I just want to review this one more time. We're going to see the spin. Then it's what happens after the spin. As we know, Steve Scooby's waited. So he gets it going again. Now it's just him taking, well, I'm not going to say taking a long time to get it going because he didn't. Is Steve Scooby? Steve Scooby's back up to speed. Maybe there was something said. But Steve Scooby should be waiting. He has waited a little bit. Maybe that will be put into the stewards. But it's Skippy leading the way. We're only on lap 2 and we seem to have spent a long time just doing 1.5 laps. Now where is I see Gussie's penalty banner filling up, so it's going to be done between Camposa and Lucrezia. There's the penalty line. Now does that mean Wrecking Ball's going to get by? It's closing, but no, just a bit too far. Had to put the anchors on as well. Scott's got himself up into 4th place. Campo's 5 with Welly 6. Hoggy's got a half-second penalty. He'll take that next time round. Oh, now was there a touch between Welly Bob and Campo there? No, Campo got it on the grass. Oh, went right over the curb there. No, Welly Bob bailed out of that one. Seen he got the he got the line wrong. So that's Scott already up into 3rd place now. So Scott really is motoring through the field. Scott missed a round, but he's still in 2nd place in the championship. Got this 2 more weeks to go, so still with this one, 6 races to go. Ball doing really well in 4th place. Hoggy's going to drop off in a second. Welly Bob can keep close. Welly Bob will jump Hoggy. Tyre Slayer will probably jump Hoggy as well. So the penalty line is on a really fast bit. So you do lose more time than the actual pen. So here comes the line. Hoggy takes the pen now. Oh, but keeps the place. Welly Bob and Tyre Slayer could not take advantage of what was going on there. Hoggy just dropped back behind Wrecking Ball. Gives Wrecking Ball a little bit of a breather, maybe for half a lap. Scott now putting pressure on Gus. I do have to say that our Australian friends, the races are at 9 o'clock UK time, so that is about 5:30 in the morning in Australia as Scott goes for it. Oh, now that is... Now let's have a look at this, because Scott isn't totally alongside, so Gus moves in, but Scott, keeping his car where he kept it, kept Gus in a straight line. So, to be honest, nothing really to talk about there. Be interested on your opinions on this one. Let's watch this again from Gus's point of view. Gus turns in, but then you just see that touch on the front of the car saved Gus. What's your opinion? Should Scott have given this place back? I think not, because to be honest, Gus didn't go off track. And maybe Gus shouldn't have turned in, but it was his corner. But Scott really lucky there that he was able to straighten out Gus's car, probably purely by accident, but that's Scott up into second place. So we've got the two Aussies at the front. Skippy leads the way from Scott. Then it's Gus. Wrecking Ball's got a 1 second penalty. He's going to drop down this order now. Probably loses Hoggy. Went through the Ghost there. Wrecking Ball. Can he keep it on the inside? Yes, he can. We've got three-way. Tyre Slayer takes advantage and gets round Welly Bob. Wrecking Ball keeps that place though, keeps that 5th place. So it's only Hoggy. Oh, Welly Bob went in far too deep there. Now can Tyre Slayer take advantage of the slipstream? It's gaining, pulls out. Long straight. Icky Breaky pointing to Elf. Body Bob. Wrecking Ball tried to hang it around the outside but couldn't. So that's Tyre Slayer up another place, up into 5th place. Now we've got Staffy looking at the back end of Wrecking Ball. He's got to be careful though, because he's got Welly Bob behind him. These cars 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, really close together. Steve Scooby in that 9th place. OB still recovering. And Fuds and Campo. So I do like the Penguins on Campo's car. Skippy still leads away from Scott though. Third. So, Wrecking Ball just going slightly deep on the apex there. Hold it back nicely. What's half-second penalty? Right, hang on. This is penalties at this track. It's where did you get a penalty? Oh, there it is. Just went over the line there. Unfortunately, it's not the curb. It's not the end of the curb. It's the white line. It's a bit like Le Mans with the track limits. It's not actually the curb. It's that white line that you've got to keep a tyre on the inside of, or on the track side of. So really, you can't really use the curb. Well, you can't maximise the track limits. So Wrecking Ball picks up really a silly penalty there. That's what most of these penalties are. Not anyone doing a massive cut. It's just slightly getting the wheel wrong. There's Campo with the same sort of penalty. Skippy. Scott 146.7 on lap 5. Approaching the halfway stage. Scott has been able to get through the field faster than Hoggy. Everyone else doing 47s, so there's Wtrc, he's into the 46s as well. Just to prove me wrong. Everyone else into the 47s. About the Aussies having to get up really early. This is dedication. This is just having to. The race, as I say, the race is at 5:30. Whether these guys are sat in their rigs in their jammies, maybe in their tighty whities, I don't know. Scott said a couple of weeks ago it was getting cold on a morning. It's down to about 15 degrees. Looks like a summer's day, isn't it? Scott really closing in now to Skippy. As we come through Repsol, see it. Scott, you just see Scott lining him up. Passenger seat, Scott. Through Wtrc. Composer. Lost a bit of time there. Wtrc. Closed up there. Sandell, Europe car, and into this awful chicane. Skippy just lost the back end. Lost the back end again. What's happened to Skippy there? Let's just. Got it onto the grass. Skippy did really well there to keep it in a straight line, get it going back straight, but that did lose him the lead, so Scott's in the lead from Skippy. Then we've got Gus in third, from Hoggy in fourth, Tyre Slayers 5. Then we've got quite a big gap to Steve Scooby. Then Staffy, Wrecking Ball. Staffy goes through. Then it's Obi, Welly Bob, Fuds and Campo. Cameraman seems to have gone to sleep there. Scott now, just from the series of 1 minute 46 laps in. He's just pulling away from everyone else in the field. That little mistake that Skippy made dropped him into the 48s. Just there, keeping ahead of Hoggy. Tyre Slayer. This is going to help if the race finished now. This would really help Scott close that gap to Hoggy. I've been asked the question, and it's a question that I'm going to decline to answer. It's a question I keep getting asked from a certain viewer, and all I can say is that there are no issues. That's the only thing I'm going to say. There are no issues, but this group seems to put on races. Well, let me put it this way: people that race in this group put their ideas for the series together themselves, so it's not always the same person running it. But there are no issues with any other groups. It's just it's what we do. It's our Friday night pub night, and yeah, just racing the races we want to race. Right, Skippy in second place, Gus in third, Hockey's fourth, Tyre Slay's 5. In fact, 2 days after this this race night, there was a meeting. Some of the guys got down to Donington Park. There was a GT series as well as other cars. Radicals was there, I believe, and a lot of the guys got together. Unfortunately, I was on holiday in Scotland, in the UK, so I couldn't attend, which is why I wasn't racing this race. Yeah, I got the wrong date. Yeah. But Scott leads the way. Getting back to this race, we've got just under 3.5 minutes left. Skippy's second, Gus is third. Now, can Gus keep Hoggy behind him? This would really help Scott. Tyre Slayer, 5th place. Really could have been doing to be ahead of Hoggy to close the points gap as well. Steve Scooby 6th, Staffy, Obi. Just going around wrecking ball there. And Wally Bob just dropped off now. So you can see some people on their tyres. The tyre and fuel wear goes up in race 2, as you know, so some people might actually it's hard to change racing style, but some people might have to, or we might actually see pit stops in this series for the first time. And for the first time in the race, Scott has picked up a penalty, but I've just noticed Scott's dropped into the 45s now. 45.794 is the fastest lap. No, it's not. 1 minute 45.747 on lap 10. So Scott just showing that he can put the fast times in on slightly worn tyres. Remember that the second race they line up in fastest lap. No, they don't. They line up in reverse championship order. I was thinking of something else there. So Scott going to take a half-second penalty. It's going to have no impact on his position. Oh, now Hoggy's picked up a 1-second penalty. I don't think Tyre Slayer. I'm going to go on board with Tyre Slayer. That gap is definitely bigger than 1 second. I wish they'd put the gaps on. They do it for the GT, they do it for the live streams, and so they could implement this into the game. So Hoggy takes his penalty. You can see Tyre Slayer closing, but Wtrc comes to Hoggy's rescue there. So we've got 25 seconds left. Scott's going to do another lap. Skippy will do another lap. So will Gus. Oh, now Tyre Slayer's picked up half-second penalty. 4, 3, 2, 1. Steve Scooby finishes in 6th with Staffy 7th. Oh, B's 8th. Wrecking Ball comes home 9th with Welly Bob in 10th place. Hudson come home 11th with Campo in 12th. Slayer is still closing on Hoggy. Slayer with that half-second penalty. He's not going to be able to challenge. Coming round to the part of the track where the penalty line is starting to loom large. Our leader into the final sector. Tyre Slayer couldn't, so here's Scott through the chicane for the last time, bounces it over the sausages. Round New Holland for the final time in this race and takes the win. Is going to come home in 2nd place. So 2 Aussies, 1-2 in the race. Gus is 3rd with Hoggy 4th and Tyre Slayer 5th. That's this race run and done. Catch you next time. Bye now.